I'm
now,
here.
now I can see you.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm waiting for the last episode. Like I'm really like this the change with your character is being interesting through
Mhm.
this third season. And but my first question is how was when you got the script for the first season? And
Mhm.
now we are in this world where superheroes are like are like like a thing. Like we have 4 or 5 superheroes movies every year, and you
Right.
have this show that's super different. But anyways, it's superhero. How was your reaction when you was reading the script for the first time?
I was a bit concerned. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a bit concerning because I didn't know where this was going. It was really hard to tell in the first season. I know the scenes that I read before I got the whole script, when I just had like a few scenes, it just seemed like the superhero aspect of the show wasn't really gonna be there. It was kind of just like the characters' aliases or their secret identities. That's kind of how I felt. So I was like, okay, this makes sense. When they're not in the limelight, like who are they? Or when they take the suit off, like who are they? That's kind of what I was thinking. Not at all what the show ended up being. So I was very much almost like drawn into trying to discover what it is that the story was going to be, or like how things were going to be told, and like whose eyes we'd be watching this story be told through. And yeah, I was happy to see the way that the show came out, because what I was thinking initially wasn't nearly as interesting as what we ended up getting. And I'm very thankful for that. So, Eric Kripke and Darth Ennis, like the comic book that they create, or the comic book that Darth created, and the way that Eric is portraying it on television is incredibly creative. So I'm happy with the way things turned out.
Because the show initiated with you. Like you are the first thing that we see as a superhero and the
Right.
things capable to do. So you are the first impression that the audience, like me, like we had, like, hey, what's going on here? So
Yeah.
this is very visual. And then
Right.
during almost, I don't know, 15 episodes, now we see your character like fighting for civil rights, but
Right.
in a very particular way. How do you feel as a black man, like now, like adding this to the show in a very specific and special way?
It's one of the best aspects of being on this show. It allows us to talk about things that matter to us personally. And that goes for myself as well as like everyone else who's on the show, the writers, all the actors. Like we all feel like we have a voice and we have a platform that we can actually use to say what we actually feel. And we don't care, like it's not like it's not like we're just carefully like treading water or walking on eggshells, and we're not really sure how this is going to go. It just doesn't matter. It's be honest, be true, and whatever happens. You know what I mean? It just so happens that we're in this world where we get to exploit these things. We get to blow them up and make them larger in life so that we can actually see what's happening. That I'm very thankful to be a part of this show. I'm very thankful to have this platform to voice my opinion, or to exploit something that's happening right outside my door, and I can talk about it in a way that people will hear it.
And you agree that now the voice is like a world phenomenon, and you guys are more exposed than ever than like probably it's probably right now probably the show that people are waiting, just like Game of Thrones did a couple of years ago. And
Right.
you guys are becoming really important inside of popular culture. How do you feel being someone that represents a whole community uh, and doing it this well, but through a special way, through being a superhero? Do you think that representation, because you are the only black superhero among the seven,
Right.
and this is super special, not because a kid wants to be a superhero, because what 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 is you as a person represent being on this platform and in this show, and be and and show people that that something matters, like you
Right.
there in the show matters. Do you feel like any responsibility now as a bigger platform than than the first season show?
Well, it's kind of scary to think about, because it's a lot larger than just me. I think the thing that helps is the fact that it is a superhero show and that A-Train is a superhero. So no matter how grounded or relatable he is, no matter what he represents, it's still unfathomable for like a real human being, and even myself personally, you know what I mean? It almost makes me trust the character a little bit more. It almost makes me trust the story a little bit more. And I was talking about this earlier in another interview. I was saying it's not possible to really like put yourself in a scenario that you've never been in, but like I'm playing a character that I would never play. So I'm able to like take it a step further that like I probably wouldn't be comfortable doing otherwise. You know what I mean? But like now I'm playing a superhero. Like he can do or say whatever he wants. And like it's kind of empowering. And I love that. It's single-handedly the best aspect of being on this show.
I know you have a new heart.
And now I got a new heart.
Thank you for your time, Jessie. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward for the last episode. I'm high, like a really high expectation for it.
Oh, amazing. Well, I hope we hit your expectations. Thanks,
I'm
Ruben.
sure you guys will. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.